Hi, good morning, Big Brother fans. It's Mike. It is Friday, September 1st, and we are finally in the last month of Big Brother, and we got like 20 days, and I'm ready for this season to be done. I hate that I'm saying that, but it's tough, guys. I'm not quitting. I'm going to see this puppy through to the end. But, so Matt was evicted. They didn't really punish him at all. They gave him one penalty vote, barely talked about it. That's annoying. That he pretty much made a mockery of the rules and suffered no consequences because he knew he was going home anyways. The rest of the house didn't suffer, and they let him do it. It's like you watch these things and you think, oh, well, they'll enforce it. They'll make them follow the rules. But no rules. The problem is that when they do enforce the rules, then you go like, yeah, but you're enforcing the rules because it's that person. Not because that's the rules that you enforce. It's you can't do that. It shows the appearance of favoritism when you suddenly finally decide to enforce the rules on someone, but you didn't enforce it on another. So I don't know. Maybe none of these people, maybe none of these production people that make these decisions are parents or don't realize how the appearance is, at least to those of us that watch on live feeds. Of course, those that watch the TV only pretty much have no idea. Julie just kind of said, yeah, he got a vote because he broke the food rule. But that happened. I've got a video which I posted, and I had Kevin's name instead of Matt's, and so I had to delete it, and I feel stupid. But I will repost it later. After on Monday evening, when they called the house in and Jason read the letter that Matt had received a penalty vote for eating food, this is not a joke. That meeting ended. Matt walked to the bathroom and climbed in the hot shower. That's how seriously he took that and cared about it, anything. He walked to the hot shower and climbed in, and I was like, okay. I would have said, Matt, come to the diary room. Or I would have said, we're turning off the hot water for the house because Matt can't seem to follow the rules. At which point, Matt probably would have said, okay, I'll follow the rules so I won't force the rest of my house to be punished. But they didn't do it, so nobody cared. I've already talked about this a million times, so. The icing on the cake, though, last night for us was, first there's the quote rain delay, which, okay, it wasn't apparently raining when the show ended like they implied, but my guess is the show it rained earlier. They were still drying things off or getting things prepared for the competition, and there was no way they were going to get it on the live show. So they just said, it's raining right now. And they did it after, when the feeds came back, because we didn't get to see it, which I don't know if I'm glad or not that we didn't get to see it, because are you ready for this? You already know this, I'm sure. It was obviously the Ready, Set, Go competition, which is the one where they line up with their feet on hands, and I think maybe the hands and the feet on a buzzer or on a button, or maybe only on one. And they have to wait for the sign to say go. And when it says go is when they have to start sprinting. And the last one across the line is eliminated. And then they reset and repeat until there's only 2 people left. And then the last one across the line is eliminated. The other one wins the head of household. That's the way it works. Unless, of course. And so when we saw that, first thought was, well, Christmas is not competing in that, because how could she compete? She can't use her car, her little wheelie thing, I would think, and she's not gonna be able to walk or anything. She's never walked at all, and I couldn't see her using her crutches. And she's not fast, so she's gonna be out the first time. So why would she compete? Well, Christmas did compete. We don't know how. And she won. Because everybody else was disqualified. Because everybody else apparently, false started. So not one person crossed that line. Nobody won. Everybody lost. And Christmas was the only one who didn't lose. And it was intentional. They let it happen. The theory being that according to Paul, which that's questionable. We have to see what happens. Problem is that we didn't have the feeds, so we can't be for sure. So we may be left at taking Paul's word for it and the CBS editing word for it, which they have, they aren't necessarily honest about their editing. We know that. Just see last night's show where they didn't show Christmas ripping into Kevin before Josh ripped into Kevin. They left that kind of part out because that would make Christmas look bad. So, yeah, it's just going that way right now. Paul claims that he said to Kevin that if you don't throw the power of veto, throw the head of household competition, I will win it and put you up. Which we knew immediately when it was announced what it was. It was like, okay, well, it's going to be like Raven or Alex or Paul is going to win it because there's nobody else. Josh and Kevin aren't going to be fast enough, and Jason can't compete, and Christmas is on crutches or a wheelie thing, and so it's like those are the three probably likely to win it. Well, yeah, but the problem is that Kevin made sure or Paul made sure that Kevin didn't win it, and then they proceeded to give it to Christmas. Because everybody else, well, not everybody else, sorry, Jason and Alex, and Jason's not competing, Alex thinks that they're willing to go after Kevin. And everybody else thinks the target is either Jason or Alex, so once Kevin was out, then Alex was willing to go out. And then nobody else cared. They gave it to Christmas because if you can let the disabled person because of her foot win this competition, then you can be ready and be able to play in the next one. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just like I can't believe this. I can't believe it. I can't give credit to Paul. It keeps feeding on itself. It's like this, someone's throwing a match in a very dry field, and the match being production helping Paul stay around the first few weeks, giving him friendship bracelets, giving him 3 weeks of immunity, letting him establish himself, and now it's turning an all-out wildfire, and production is look how great Paul is. It's like, no, you had everything set up for this to happen, and you've not. Okay. I hope the TV only people aren't. I don't know. Maybe they think Paul's the greatest thing since sliced bread. This is a really downer of a little CarCast, guys. I'm sorry. What's happening is that Alex is going to... Either Alex or Jason are leaving next. Because Kevin will not be nominated. Christmas will put up Jason and Alex. And if neither of them wins the power veto, then the House will, as of now, vote out Alex. I'm sorry, vote out Jason. Vote out Jason. I thought it was going to be Alex, but in reality, it's Jason. So Jason's going to be going now. Again, unless something changes in the next few hours, and the next few hours or the next few days. But I'm just, I don't feel like they're playing a game. I just feel like it's really, really, really just a mess. This this season, and I still point squarely back at the fact that they put Paul in this house. Anybody else, if Paul was anybody else, and even if, and hadn't had if Cameron was the one that was doing all this, I would be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Look at how he's running things. But we just, those that I communicate with, I think we all just look at it like, no, this is just, it's fake, it's false, it's not. Paul can be painted as some mastermind and some great, but he had he was given such tremendous advantages. Again, you have to go back to, it's not just that Paul, got the immunity. It's that these house guests had watched Paul for the first, had watched 30 some episodes of TV with Paul on it, where Paul made it to the end. Paul was a star. He came in there with hero status. He was a cool guy. You wanted to be Paul's friend. Only Cody was like, no, he's too strong. I don't want him in there. And yet, yeah, okay. I'm done. We'll talk to you guys later. I may do one of these on Saturday. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll be driving in the morning, so I might do one. All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.